Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another High Button Sports broadcast. Final game for the U14 males here at the Hockey Nova Scotia July camp here in Antigonish, Santa Fe's campus. Team Yellow versus Team Navy. Last crack for these kids to try and make it onto the provincial roster to represent Nova Scotia at the Atlantic Challenge Cup Thanksgiving weekend in October in New Brunswick. As we'll play 3 20-minute periods. 2 goalies to start things off today. There's number 35, Landon Rogerson on the left. And then number 29, that's Colson Gold on your right. And puck is dropped here. Here we go as Paxton Kennedy will start things off. As it's be nearly turned over as Dixon will take the puck behind the net. Dixon up the wing, passes it for Buckley. Buckley looking for Bowen Cranston, the Bodog. He'll chip it in deep. It's my first chance to call the prodigy. Number 12 there, Bowen Cranston scored over 100 goals last year in Pee Wee AAA, so lots of eyes on him heading into his first year at the U15 major level, the High Button Sports Nova Scotia U15 Major League. It's just going to be played behind the net, picked up by Dixon. Dixon up the wall for Buckley. Through the middle there, it's going to be off the stick and on possession of Yellow now. And here comes Frizzle. Frizzle will put the brakes on the half wall, cycles it down deep, looking for teammate there. It's going to be played up the boards. And it's going to be backhanded there by Brabant. Brabant will lose it there for Bodog as here comes Cranston down the left side. Cranston will fire one on, looking to test the goalie early, and that just goes past the blocker and wide of Rogerson. It's going to be kept in at the line by Hayes. Hayes will cycle it in deep. Picked up by Chandler. Here's Enzo Chandler. Played over across for Hayes. Hayes pass. Shot on. It's going to be a stop and rebound. Is covered up as well. That's going to be a save from Rogerson. As that was Charlie McKinnon, number 17 in blue, with the shot there. His face-off will be to the blocker side of Rogerson. And for the draw is Reynolds for Team Navy in the offensive zone. Puck is dropped. Going to be played in behind the net by Yellow. They win the draw in the defensive zone. There's Henneberry looking to clear. It's going to be turned over. Pass in front for Reynolds. Shot glove down by Rogerson once again. And another whistle here. A couple of good chances for Navy here early on. This is both these teams' 4th time in a row playing against each other in inter-squad action. They've been here in Antigonish since, I believe, Thursday or Friday. It's fourth day. As off the face-off, Navy gets possessions, played to the point, sent in deep. Looking for it is Chandler. Chandler has the puck behind the net. Here's Enzo Chandler, plays it up top. Chase Knoll look for the return pass for Chandler. It's going to be picked off. There's chance either way as Nordine got a stick on that, but on the forecheck is Nordine looking at the puck free, but it's going to be swatted away as Navy will take it back the opposite direction. Here comes Chandler. Chandler looking to center that puck there. It's going to be picked off, and here comes Jackson Mosier. The Dartmouth native having a pretty impressive camp here. It's definitely caught my eye watching these games. Number 28, he seems to be pretty physical, has a good set of hands as well. Here comes Woolley. Woolley will shoot on. It's got the logo there of the goaltender. That's Gold. Another shot there blocked in front. That's going to be gloved down by Gold. And that will freeze play. Both teams will make some wholesale changes here. So we're about 2.5 minutes in to this first period. Still no score. And for the face-off in the O-zone is Gregor O'Hearn. Puck is one back to the point. Shot from distances. Just goes wide of the net. There's the point shot there from Paxton Kennedy. That can be sent in deep by Yellow, then picked up. Here is Lebucky. He'll go across the opposite wall. As that's going to be stayed in there. As pinching in is Hughes. Puck in the neutral zone here. Going to be played back to the deep pass from Norris. Sent up ahead. Shot from distance is off the pad. Rebound shot on. It's going to be sneaked in there. Somebody hit a body in front, and looks like Navy will strike first. And parts in front of the net. That looks like it is number 19, George McKim, who got that one to go. Number 19 for Team Navy. George McGim with a couple rebounds there. Puck was right in front for the taking. And it looks like it was McGim who swatted that one in. So About 3 minutes into this first period, we have our first goal as Navy strikes first. As Yellow looking to respond. As here comes McDonald. It's Lincoln and McDonald. There's two McDonalds on this team, 20 and 21. Lincoln and Houston. Houston wears 21. That's going to be played back up ahead by Gold. As Navy gets possession in their own zone. Here comes Nathan Norris down the right side. Norris will take it in, drops it off Pye. Shot from distance, block it away by Rogerson. His rebound stopped as well into the corner. Looking for it is Hughes. Hughes will try and send it up ahead there, but it's going to be picked off by Che Ruiz. As I'll send it back in deep and go for a change. As here comes number 3, Landon Harvier for Yellow. Harvier down the right side. He'll backhand one in deep. Looking to pick up the puck is Charlie McLaughlin. He'll go up the boards there. It's going to be kept in by Yellow by Simon Pelham, but just for a moment as it comes free in the neutral ice and sent back in deep. That's a play to Berger as Yellow's offside, so plenty of time for Berger to make a play here. Henry Berger will pass up ahead there, but right into the fold of 3 Yellow players is chance here as here comes Pelham. Pelham's shot stopped. Rebound steered to the corner by Gold. And Navy will take it the other way. Now it's going to be poked ahead, but right under the stick. Number 9, that's Marty McLeod. Will stick it down the right side. McLeod throws it towards the goal, but it goes wide. Looking for it is Marsh. It's going to be kept in by Liam Labucky. The opposite wall for McLeod. As Labucky will get the puck right back on the other wall once again. So it goes around the boards twice in a row as Labucky will take the pass. Here's Marty McLeod again. We'll send it towards the opposite corner. Took a hit there as a foot race for the puck. Getting there first is Nate O'Coin. O'Coin towards the goal there, looking for the tip in front. Was Jacob Frizzle, but he couldn't direct it towards the goal as Navy will take over. Here comes Zwicker. Zwicker having a pretty impressive display here as well, based off what I've seen as Yellow gets possession. It's going to be chipped up ahead by O'Coin. It's going to be turned over. And watch out there, Bodog was on the loose on the forecheck. Couldn't get to that puck though, as Kennedy will make the play up ahead as he takes a hit there from Liam Dufour. As puck put up the wall. Here's Dixon. Dixon will walk and shoot one on. It's going to be blockered away into the corner. Save there from Rogerson as Yellow will look to take it the other way. Right under the stick of Dixon in his own zone. He'll go across the boards there looking for Buckley. Buckley's shot is turned over there and tipped in front by Cranston and into his own goal just wide. That's going to be played in behind the net. Cranston will poke it ahead. Here comes the Bodog on the left side. Scans the ice, looking to pass it ahead there, but it's a stick right back to Cranston. Pass in front, they score. Cranston makes the play. Backdoor feed over to Kellen Buckley, excuse me. And it's 2-0 for Navy. Navy got the bounce there at the blue line, hit his skate, went right back to Cranston, who held on to it, went backdoor for Kellen Buckley, number 10. And Navy has doubled up their lead here in the first period. 2-0 to score. As puck is dropped at center ice, Navy has a 2-goal lead as here comes McKinnon. Tipped into the corner, looking for the loose puck as Enzo Chandler gets knocked into the wall. Yellow looking to break out here, and they will. Chance here as here comes O'Coin on the right side. O'Coin passed through the middle. Nobody was there to pick it up as here's Dufour. Turned over, right into the stick of Chandler. Enzo Chandler will poke it up ahead, looking for McKinnon. He'll find him. McKinnon dishes it off for Reed Reynolds. He'll send it in deep there right on goal. It's going to be gloved down and covered up by Landon Rogerson, and there'll be a whistle here. We're about 6.5 into this first period. 9 a.m. start here. These kids, they had to wake up at about 6:45 or 7 a.m., I believe, to get to the meal hall for 7:30. I believe was the schedule. That's going to be one back by Yellow in their own zone. Chance here all alone, looking to lift that one up high. Was Enzo Chandler in tight, but he couldn't get that puck elevated as Morash looking to clear. It's going to be kept in right in front of the Yellow bench. 2-on-2 is going to comes free. Here comes Reed Reynolds. We'll put the brakes on in the corner. That's going to hit a skate. It'll be on the stick now of Yellow. As here comes Magnus Nordin. Nordin will take it down the right side. Nordin will scan his options. Pass in front there. Right off the stick of Woolley. Comes down free down low for Mosier. As he takes a hit there into the wall. Pass, but turn one was turned over, but Mosier gets it right back. And then poked away from him by McKinnon. That's going to be sent the opposite direction. Yellow has possession. Here is Marshall Hayes. It's Davis Henneberry. That's going to be played up to the middle. It's going to be turned over. So here comes Charlie McKinnon. McKinnon dishes it off for Hayes. Hayes shot off the knob there. It just goes wide. Would have been a 3-0 lead for Navy if that one went in. It's going to be kept in at the line for Norris. Norris gets hit there in the boards pretty hard there by Mosier. As I mentioned previously, Mosier, no stranger to the physicality. Is a great two-way game. The Dartmouth native will certainly have a good season there. There's a big collision right in front of us here. As things heating up in terms of physicality, a shot towards the goal is stopped by Rogerson. Rebound comes up top for Norris. Shot on, it just goes wide. As Blue, chance there, tipped just wide from George McGim. As he'll get his own rebound, plays it up ahead into the corner for Alex Dan McDonnell. His chance here. Here's O'Hearn in front there looking for the centering pass. Was Dixon, that was Che Ruse who came pinching in. And that's going to be played through neutral ice. Navy has possession. As Norris fanned on the pass, gets it right back. Able to dish it off. As here comes McGim. McGim down the left side. Gets nudged off the puck there, but able to keep possession. McGim, as he draws a penalty here. First one of the game. Looks like holding's the call. So Navy with a 2-0 lead ahead of the power play. Holding is the signal. As number 4, Davis Henneberry will sit for 2 or less. And Navy will send out 5 power play players as Cruz Baldwin takes the face off, wins it back. Navy has possession of the power play. Put over across from McLaughlin. Shot from distance, tipped up high and wide. As the goalie was screened, not sure if you would have saw that one if it ended up on net, but hit a stick and went out of play. Exactly 9.5 to go, or 9.5 gone so far. 2-0 score for Navy. Last game of 4 in this inter-squad series. It's going to be played around the boards. And that will make its way all the way around. As giving chase forward is Berger. Berger has a yellow forward right on him. That's Romard as McLaughlin gets possession. Plays it up ahead to the blue line for Duggan. They'll be sent in deep. Poked free by goaltender Rogerson. So that will be cleared down the ice. Yellow doing a good job with the PK so far. As in on the forecheck once again is Romard. He has given a little trouble for McLaughlin. As here is Berger. Berger nearly gets stripped of the puck there, but Blue able to hold possession. As here comes Zwicker. Zwicker has it, plays it up top for Berger. Berger will find Zwicker again. He takes a hit there on the blue line. Zwicker puts the brakes on the half wall, plays it over across for McLaughlin. McLaughlin will play it towards the bumper there, but it's going to be intercepted, looking for the high tip, as that will escape the zone off the clear. Back to retrieve it is Berger. He checks the ice before he picks up the puck. Good IQ there. It's going to be turned over, though. Puck bouncing in neutral ice, so that's going to be poked ahead by Zwicker. Zwicker nearly avoids the hit there, but got a piece of Norris. As Zwicker pass in front there towards the backhand, chipped away. As 27 seconds remain, here comes Bowen Cranston. He'll put the brakes on. The Wodog already has an assist in this game. That's going to be turned over and sent down the ice. As out to play it is Colson Gold. Leaves it there for his defenseman Dixon. That's Dylan Dixon, number 3. 10 seconds to go in the power play. It's going to be played up ahead for Buckley. Buckley cross-ice looking for Bodog, but that's going to be out of his reach. As Yellow will collect it. It's going to be sent down the ice by Martin McLeod, and that will do it for the power play. Chance here out of the box is Zwicker. That is Pelham, rather, but he gets stripped with the puck. It's going to be poked up ahead. With the puck is Paxton Kennedy. He put the brakes on right in front of the camera here. Kennedy goes cross-ice for Buckley. Buckley dishes it off for Bodog Cranston. Here's Cranston. He'll put a move on, holding onto the puck. As pass over across there, just out of the reach of Kennedy. As played into the corner, hit there along the wall. Cranston gets it right back. Looking at backhand, one through the middle. It's going to be turned over. As here comes Pelham. Had a lot of Navy players on him, so it's going to be turned over off the skate into the corner of Ripley. Puck comes free. Looking forward is Buckley. Behind the net, Buckley will pass in front there, looking for Cranston, who had a wide open net if he got the puck to him, but Hit a yellow stick instead. Puck is bouncing up high. Glove down by Marty McLeod, as we'll send it the other way. Here comes Frizzle. Frizzle, 1-on-3 there, gets tripped with the puck as Navy will take it the other way. Here's Dixon. Dixon gets knocked away by Hellham as he gets hit in the wall by Bodog. His chance here for yellow at the rush. It's going to be blocked away. As that was Liam Dufour. Let a shot go. It's chance here for Navy. On the other end is McKinnon. Pass ahead there off the trailer. Shot just goes wide. As that was Enzo Chandler, came off the bench. It's here Cranston at the end of his shift. Cranston will spin on the wall. Cranston still has it. Here comes the Bodog, poked free off of his stick. As Marshall Hayes back to retrieve it there, but giving him a little trouble in the forecheck was yellow. I believe that was Ethan Marsh. Or sorry, that was Houston McDonald. That's going to be whistled down for a penalty here. Interference is the signal. So it looks like Enzo Chandler will head to the box for 2 or less for Navy. So a chance here for yellow to dig into this lead. 2-minute power play. Avery Brabant out there on D with Andrew Michaud. Puck dropped. One back by Navy. He's going to be played up the wall. Looking for a clear is Charlie McKinnon, but he gets hit into the boards there. Puck comes free at the blue line, kept in by yellow. As Nato Conan on the forecheck, looking to get past Marshall Hayes, but Hayes makes the play out of partner Chase Noel, who has lots of time. Noel will take it and then send it down the ice. Back to retrieve it is Avery Brabant. Brabant will poke it up ahead for Houston McDonald, but it's going to be turned the other way as Brabant takes it behind into his own zone. Avery Brabant, the Cole Harbor native, will ski it down the left side. He's going to be stripped of the puck there on the zone entry, but yellow gets possession back. It's going to be up top. There is Michaud, gets hit into the boards there, was number 4, Marshall Hayes for Navy. Minute and 6 seconds to go in the power play, played up top. Pass over across there, looking for the one-timer with Dufour. Shot on, it's going to be stopped by Gold. There'll be no rebound. Dufour had a lot of space to shoot that one. But at the top of his crease was Colson Gold, number 29 in black, there to make the save. About 13 minutes have gone so far in this first period. 2-0 to score for Team Navy here. U14 summer camp here in Antigonish for Team Nova Scotia. Last kick at the can here to try and make the provincial team. As puck played to the point. Shot from distance is tipped in front there and saved by Gold. As on the stick now of Morash, as he had a little trouble with it there as he had a couple Navy players on him. That's going to be played towards the middle and then sent out by Navy. Back to retrieve it is Davis Henneberry. Henneberry will scan the ice looking for an option. Holds on to it, circles back. Number 4 for yellow, Davis Henneberry has the puck. Looking to go through the middle there, but sticked away, but picked up by Morash. Penalty coming up here. And that'll do it for the power play. Unless they send a Navy player, but so yeah, it is a yellow penalty. Trying to figure out who to take to the box though. As they still don't know who's going to the penalty box. Referee putting up 4 fingers, so I think this means number 4. Yeah. So they'll send Henneberry to the box for tripping. A little bit of confusion there. But we'll have 4-on-4 for 23 seconds. And then a minute and 47 power play. Or 37 power play, I guess. Do the math. That's going to be kept in the line by Navy. Off the stick of Norris. Sent the other way. Here comes Morash with some space. Morash on the breakaway. Morash to the backhand. That goes wide. Not sure if that even got on net there, but Morash showing off its wheels to get free. Good opportunity there for yellows. Here comes Navy the other way. Cruz Baldwin. Baldwin trying to dangle his way through. Gets poked off the puck. As Nordine in to pick it up for yellow. As Baldwin lifts his stick, looking to get the puck behind the goal. Comes free for Hughes. Here is Knox Hughes. Looking to clear. Barely escapes the zone. Back to retrieve it for Navy is Jay Ruiz. He'll poke it ahead. As taking the hit there was Dan McDonnell. As behind the goal now, Alex Dan McDonnell That's going to be on the stick of yellow now. Chance here the other way as they're shorthanded now. Here comes Lincoln McDonald, played towards the corner. McDonald out there with Morash. As here comes Navy now. With it is Alex Dan McDonnell. Along the corner there, he stays off 2 checks. Pass to the middle. Shot on for the point there, block it away. As that was Dixon, number 3, with the shot and the save from Rogerson. Puck in the corner up top for Dixon. Dylan Dixon, partner pass, but reading that one pretty well. But chance here is Baldwin spins and fires, stopped, and rebound stopped as well. Another chance, the wraparound. They still whack away at it. On the side of the net there is Dan McDonnell. Puck comes free up top from McLaughlin. McLaughlin will try and send it in deep there, but blocked. Foot race for the puck, but getting there first is Henry Berger off the bench. As here's Baldwin. Over to McDonnell. Dishes it off for O'Hearn. O'Hearn goes across the ice, finds Berger. Berger will send it in deep. As on the stick of O'Hearn. It's going to be turned over. Here comes Woolley. Eli Woolley with the puck for yellow now as it's back to 5-on-5. Penalties now over. Henneberry back to the bench. Here's McLaughlin with 4 minutes to go in the first. Plays it through the middle. It's going to be turned over. As chance up top. One touch pass by McLeod over across. Just out of the reach. The Buckies will send it in deep. As puck behind the net. McLaughlin gets it free, but played right up top there for Marty McLeod. A little one-timer go high and wide past the glove. There at the opposite boards to keep it into Lebucky. He'll go behind the goal. Lebucky holding onto it up top. Marty McLeod. McLeod will fire one on, tip just wide. As it was Baldwin up there at the wing to get a stick on it. Played behind the net. No look pass is through the feet. As comes up top for McLeod. McLeod will walk in and fire one low. This can be stopped. No rebound there off of Gold. Colson Gold makes a save at the top of his crease, number 29. And another whistle here. About 3.5 to go in the first. Puck dropped. Went back to the point. McLeod, another point shot goes wide again. Pitching is Lebucky at the opposite boards. Puck comes free for Navy. Looking for it is Duggan. As it's going to be sent in behind the net. Looking for it is Kennedy. As scrum down low. Yellow looking to poke it free to get on the board here before the period's over. As Navy gets possession. Played across the ice for Dixon. Dixon enters the zone, puts the brakes on in front of the bench. Pass over across there. Almost goes all the way through. Dixon gets his own rebound. Shot from the point is blocked. As getting his shin pads on that was Ethan Marsh, number 23 for yellow. Played back in the yellow zone. Here's Marty McLeod. McLeod throws it up onto the wall. Sent up ahead. Looking for Marsh. Ethan Marsh has it now. It's poked over across for Pelham. Pelham plays into the wall, but right there was Bowen Cranston. He'll play it across the opposite boards. And be picked up by Paxton Kennedy looking to clear, but gets hit into the boards. It's going to be turned over. A chance here for yellow. Pass in front there. They score off the turnover. As it was Nate O'Coin who found Simon Pelham. And he gets yellow on the board here late. Nice forecheck there from O'Coin to get the puck loose and make the play over to Simon Pelham. He makes no mistake in tight. And it's 2-1 here, Andy Ganesh. Face off at center ice. One back by yellow. Pass over from Brabant as he'll find Houston McDonald down the left wing. There's Cranston in there in the back check, throwing a hit in the corner. That's going to be played up to the point. Here's Brabant. Twat towards the goal. Just goes wide. Pass the stick of O'Coin. That's going to be played in behind the net. Looking for it is Chase Noel. Noel will go D-to-D pass for Marshall Hayes. Looking for Buckley there, but goes over his stick. Kept him by yellow. Point shot just goes wide. Shooting that one was Andrew Michaud from the blue line. Minute and a half to go now. Here comes Bowen Cranston. The Bodog is loose in the neutral zone. He'll go across for Buckley. Buckley, return pass for Cranston and tight there. This gets knocked off the stick by Brabant on the back check. Here's Cranston again. Dishes it off for Marshall Hayes. Down low for Buckley. Buckley centering pass. It's on the backhand off the side of the cage was Ripley. Let a shot go. Ripley Centering pass. Cranston one-timer stopped point blank. Big save there from Rogerson as he had the Pew AAA leading goal scorer in all alone on him with a one-timer. As puck is loose and neutral ice. Poked ahead by Cranston. Here comes the Bodog. Trying to drag his way through there, 1-on-3, but couldn't do that. Gets the puck right back, though. Here's Bowen Cranston with some space, centering pass there. It's easily picked up by Mosier. As here comes Yellow. Ripley. That's going to be turned over by Yellow, but got the right back. Here comes Nordine. Nordine will fire one on off the stick and out of play. And with 36 seconds to go in the first period, we'll have another whistle. 2-1's your score. Yellow scored about a minute and a half to go. A minute and a half ago to make it 2-1. Puck dropped. One back by Navy in their own zone. Looking to clear is Kennedy. He finds Enzo Chandler. Chandler over across for Reynolds. Reynolds on the left side will pass in front there, looking for the tip from Enzo Chandler, but just goes wide. Puck up top now. Here's Kennedy. One-timer shot, glove down, rebounds loose. Played to the corner as that was Che Ruiz from the point. He let the shot go. So get the puck right back. Centering pass. Beautiful one. No look there. And a tic-tac-toe play nearly goes in, but there with the pad to make the save was landed Rogerson. Another chance here late in the period. The buzzer will go. That's going to do it. So a late surge from Navy, but things remain 2-1. So Zamboini will come out to the ice. We'll take a pretty brief intermission here. Both teams will head to the locker rooms. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. You're tuned into High Button Sports here at Andy Ganesh at the Hockey Nova Scotia Summer Camp. We'll be right back in about 10 minutes. See you soon. Welcome back here to the second period. 2-1's your score. Yellow has a lead. They had a couple early goals to start things off, but a late marker. Or sorry, Navy has a 2-1 lead. Good morning, Mason. So Navy had a couple early goals, and then Yellow responded late in the first. As that's our score right now. 2 new goalies in net, of course, is number 70, Jonah Harvey, on your left, and number 30, that's Jerome Doucette in goal. As we're underway here, here's Mosier. Send it towards the boards there. We're going to pick it up as McClellan, and he will. Number 6 for Navy as it gets hit into the wall by Woolley. Comes free for Yellow. Behind the net. With it now is Nordine. That's going to be turned over. Here comes Navy. With it now is McDonald. Dan McDonnell. Down the right side. Gets hit into the boards. McDonnell keeps possession as he gets taken down. A penalty coming up here. As you can see the arm up right away. It's going to be a power play for Yellow. Tripping is the signal from the referee. A penalty for Yellow. Landon Harvier, number 3, out of the box. So Navy with a 2-1 lead out of the power play. Cruz Baldwin out there, number 15. Liam Duggan, number 14. Number 32, Jack Zwicker. And then number 3, Dixon. And then Kennedy out there. That's the 5-man unit on this power play for Navy. As that'll be one back by Yellow off the face-off and sent all the way down the ice. There to play it is Jonah Harvey. We'll dish it off for Kennedy. Kennedy behind the net. Finds Dixon. Dixon will scan the ice. Parnurdo back across for Kennedy. Paxton Kennedy will hold on to it. Dish it off there for Zwicker, but he couldn't pick it up. Zwicker will move it up the ice now. It's Jack Zwicker down the left side. Will put the brakes on. Plays it back to himself. Nice nifty move there off the wall. Played up top for Dixon. Dixon back for Zwicker. Zwicker will climb down the wall and drag and shoot one there. It's going to be stopped. First save for Doucette as Navy gets the rebound. It's going to be played up top here. Zwicker again. Will pass in front all alone. It's going to be sticked away. Nice defensive effort by Yellow. I believe that was Lebucky who got the stick on that one. It's going to be sent the opposite direction. Romard giving chase. Romard has it behind the goal. Pass in front off the side of the cage. That's going to be in possession of Navy now. As with the puck is Kennedy. Kennedy over to Dixon. Through the middle of the ice, gets by the forechecker. Here is Dylan Dixon, number 3, down the right wing, puts the brakes on. Holding on to it, finds Zwicker on the half wall. Zwicker back to Dixon. Dixon will walk the line. Finds Zwicker again on the half wall. Zwicker will pass to the middle, looking for the bumper there, dragging and shooting, but whipping. It was number 14. That's Duggan. His rebound shot is blocked. Looked like it hurt there as you got a collective groan from the crowd. That's going to be in neutral ice now. Zwicker gets the pass. Nice move there to get by the forecheck. Zwicker having a great start to this period. Zwicker will keep the puck and ditch it ahead to himself as that's going to be turned over, though, as Yellow. Michaud gets that, but turned over by Zwicker right away as Duggan will throw it up the wall. Pass in front there. It's going to be gloved down, and there'll be a whistle. As Jerome Doucette gets the mitten on that one and freezes play. 7 seconds to go on the Landon Harvier penalty for Yellow. So he's waiting to get back out there. Here comes Bowen Cranston to take the face off, the child prodigy. This is going to be played to the point. Backhand over to the wall. And Yellow gets possession as they're getting out of the box there. It's going to be cleared down. Almost a breakaway for Nate O'Coin. But he tried to avoid the too many men penalty. I think he did the right play there. So there's Buckley. Gets into the boards, but makes the play up ahead. Giving chase for it is Ripley. Ripley over across there. Breakaway save. Rebound there for Cranston, who just fires it wide of the cage. He had a wide open net. You don't think a guy who scored 100 goals would miss something like that, but here comes Yellow now the opposite direction. Down the right side. Pass in front there. Tipped there. Rebound is just wide. As that was O'Coin looking for it. As O'Coin gets hit into the boards. As here comes Bowen Cranston. Some McDavid-esque toe drags. It's going to be played up ahead for Hayes. Hayes will fire one on. Rebounds covered up as it comes loose for a moment, but then smothered away. a dangerous shift there once again from the Cranston line. It looks like some U16 players have arrived as they're taking in the action. Or that might be U15 players as well. U16 scheduled to start here today. They'll have a practice, I believe, and a few orientations, and then they'll get some games underway tomorrow. So here's Enzo Chandler taking the face-off. Puck dropped. One back by Navy, but hits a skate and will exit the zone. Puck free and neutral ice. Looking to jab it free there with Marsh. Puck bouncing in for Yellow. It's going to be played over across. Looking for Harvier, so played up the boards there. Watch out, hit coming and knocked into the wall. Comes free. Here is Reynolds. Reed Reynolds will go through the middle there. Looking for Enzo Chandler. It was out of his reach. Chandler pokes it free. Chance for a 2-on-1, but diving effort. Just missing that one. This LaMarche will play it up ahead. Here comes Jacob Frizzle. Frizzle enters the zone on the left side. Frizzle drops it off there. Looking for Pelham. It's going to be turned over. Chance it away for Navy. Here comes Marsh down the left side. Reed Reynolds, rather, his pass in front hits a skate. Behind the net is Enzo Chandler looking to spin and fire. Pass up top to the point, walking in and shooting there. It's going to be stopped. Rebound cleared away by Yellow. As walking in was Nathan Norris for Team Navy, number 8 from the blue line. It's going to be played with a high stick, but whistled down because the other team touched it first. As they pick up the puck is Che Ruiz. Ruiz will poke it up ahead. And looking for his teammate there. It's going to be turned over. Yellow will take it the other way, but quickly turned over right again. And the forecheck there. Watch out, shot just goes wide. As that was Jacob Frizzle looking to get loose as he has the puck again. Frizzle gets taken away. Navy will take it the other side. Chance there for the breakaway. Here comes O'Hearn. O'Hearn will on the backhand. That will just go wide. Might have gotten a stick lifted there. O'Hearn gets a rebound towards the goal. And that will hit a body and go wide of the net. As here's Reynolds. That's going to be a penalty here. You can see the arm go up right in front of us. So, looks like Yellow will head back to the box. Another chance here in the power play for Navy. Not sure what the signal was there, but regardless, we have a power play coming up. For Navy, looking to extend their lead. They're up 2-1 here in this final game. So we await the face-off. Looks like Yellow needs a fourth player out there. So over the boards comes number 36, Eli Woolley. As they're set for the draw now, so they'll have to put. The rule is it can't be the late guy who comes in, so the defenseman Marty McLeod will take the face-off. Puck dropped. One back by McLeod as Morash able to get the clear. Or Mosier, sorry, not Morash. As this going to be played back from McLaughlin. As Mosier looking to get the interception. Comes free there. As here comes Lebucky. Lebucky in the short-handed will pass it over across so the reach of Woolley. As he'll circle back in the neutral ice and play it back for Marty McLeod, who will take his ice and send it right back down. Some valuable time on the power play killed off there by Yellow. As played to the boards. McLellan's going to be turned over, gets the puck right back. As here comes Dan McDonnell. Goes around the wall. Berger gets the pass up top. Berger will hold on to it. Berger. Here's Henry Berger. Making some moves on here at the blue line. Berger will walk in and fire one there. Tipped in front, they score. I believe that hit the stick of Gregor O'Hearn in front of the net. And it looks like a power play goal here for Navy off the stick of O'Hearn, and it's 3-1. I believe that's what it hit in front there. So 3-1 now for Team Navy. Gregor O'Hearn with the tip in front. As puck is dropped here after the power play goal. Here's Dixon. Part of the head for Paxton Kennedy as that will end up all the way down the ice. There to pick it up is Andrew Michaud for Yellow, number 10. He'll go up the wall, but it's going to be intercepted right under the stick of Navy now. As looking to go partner, there's Kennedy. He'll find Dixon, but there on the forecheck There's no Romard as he gets it free. Romard will fire one onto the glove of Jonah Harvey. Makes the save. Off the turnover. It was Romard who got loose. But there to back up his team is number 70, Jonah Harvey. Big face-off here for Yellow, looking to get back into this game. Great A scoring chance just a second to go as this will be won back by Navy in the defensive end. Here's Dixon. Dixon fired over to Kennedy. Kennedy will circle back as he had a forechecker on him. Goes back to his partner Dixon. Dylan Dixon up the wall. Navy looking to clear. It's going to be kept in by Yellow. But only for a moment there. It comes free for Zwicker. There's Jack Zwicker. Nice move there, neutral ice. Zwicker has the puck on the right side. Zwicker will circle back. Pass in front there. It's a skate. With the back checking Yellow player Lincoln McDonald. Puck comes to the point. Dixon's shot blocked away. As here's Kennedy. Will send it in deep. Looking for Duggan. Duggan over to Zwicker. So his centering pass for Baldwin is intercepted. Puck comes to the point for Dixon, who will slap it back down. There to pick up his Brabant. He'll poke it ahead on the wall. Yellow looking to clear. As looking to poke that one free. Nearly did, but can't get by Dixon. Was Michaud is behind the net. Here's Baldwin. Centering pass. Goes over the stick of the intended recipient. That will almost come free there. And now it does as Dixon will back in it towards the opposite end. As both teams make some changes here. Bowen Cranston hops over the boards. As here's Romard. He finds a streaky McDonald. McDonald up through the middle. It's going to be turned over. Comes Buckley. Buckley with Cranston. Buckley will pass. And there in the front looking for a tip. But it's going to be intercepted. As here's Cranston with the puck now in the offensive zone. The Bodog will spin on the half wall. Sends it down deep. Pass return feed looking for Cranston. Always a good idea. So it's going to be played up ahead of the point for Hayes. In behind the goal is Ripley. Ripley, Buckley, and Cranston out there on forward for Team Navy's. Puck comes to the point there looking for the Ripley, but it's going to be turned over. Here comes Lincoln McDonald over the opposite wall for Dufour. Liam Dufour down the right wing. Will send it in deep. Dufour has the puck again. Played up to the point there for Parsons. We'll send it right back down deep. Looking forward is Houston McDonald now. O'Coin in the corner. Behind the goal. Here's Houston McDonald. Up top, Hughes. Back to Houston McDonald, number 5. Or 21, rather. It's going to be poked ahead by Cranston. And the Bodog is loose. Here comes Bowen Cranston on the breakaway. Bodog shot 5-hole. That's going to be stopped. As Jerome Doucette makes a save on the breakaway. Cranston, who scored over 100 goals last season in all alone. But number 30, Jerome Doucette, there to make the save. Puck dropped. That's going to be won back by Yellow. Puck comes free on neutral ice. Here comes Houston McDonald. Poked up ahead. Chance here for Yellow down the right wing. As that was Liam Dufour looking to make a play. Puck down low. McDonald looking for it. 2-on-2 down low. Comes free for Yellow. Here's O'Coin. O'Coin spinning past there is sticked away by the goaltender. Here's Dufour looking to cycle it in deep there, but right there to pick it up is Norris. As it comes free for Navy, neutral ice, but clearly picked off by Yellow as they have possession. Here's Cale Parsons towards the opposite boards, looking for Dufour. As Dufour gets in on the forecheck, gets to the puck first. Here's Liam Dufour up top for Knox Hughes. Shot tipped in front, just wide. That might have hit the pad of Jonah Harvey. As Navy gets possession in their own end. Here's Nathan Norris. Norris will skate the puck up the ice, and he'll send it in deep. Out to play it there was Doucette, but just topped over his stick. It's going to be sent back in deep. In the corner there, hit into the boards. As that was Che Ruiz who sent his man flying into the wall. Let's look at the puck at the blue line. Ruiz sent it in deep, looking for Enzo Chandler. As Yellow gets possession up the wall there, but pinching in was Berger to keep the play alive. But Yellow gets it right back. As Zwicker was looking to poke that one free. Behind the net now is Cale Parsons. It's going to be whistled down for an offside, I believe. It's a pretty long delayed offside and ends up being whistled down. 9 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the second period. Still 3-1. Puck dropped. DD pass, just missing the stick of Berger, who will be forced to send it in deep. As Yellow has possession now, here's Lebucky up the wall, picked up by McLaughlin for Navy. McLaughlin will go back into the middle, nearly picked off by Zwicker. Sorry, that's Pelham, not Zwicker. It's going to be played up ahead for Navy. Poked free, foot race for the puck, but Harvia gets there first for Yellow. Landon Harvia will look to clear, put up the boards. It's going to be picked up by Pelham across the ice for Frizzle. Frizzle enters the zone, pass to the middle for Marsh. Shot just going to be stopped there and redirected wide. Is poked ahead, chance here, foot race, but picked up by Yellow first. As that's Lebucky with it. Up the wall, going to clear. Here's Marsh. Ethan Marsh, number 23 for Yellow, will take it down the right side. Marsh looking to make a move there at the blue line, but McLaughlin there with the stick. Marsh gets it right back. Passes it off for Pelham as he gets knocked into the wall. Up top, shot from distance there from Marty McLeod. Gets sticked just wide. As rebound shot tipped in front. Another chance as save and goal there from Harvey as that'll be cleared down the ice. Out to play it as Jerome Doucette as we'll leave it there for Marty McLeod. McLeod takes it behind his own goal as Mosier wants that puck on the opposite side. There is a collision as Marty McLeod couldn't dish off that puck. It's going to be turned over but offside of the line. Intensity ramping up here as we're past the halfway mark of this final game for the U14s. Puck dropped. Yellow looking to poke it free there as that's Mosier in the forecheck. As scrum right to our left here, sent into the Navy zone. Watch out as forced to make a good play was Paxton Kennedy as the puck was in his feet. As played back as Brabant. Speedy pass for McLeod who finds Brabant right away. Back to McLeod and looking for Mosier, but a pretty bad pass was picked off as here's Dixon. Dixon had a forechecker right on him as he nearly turned it over. Here's Paxton Kennedy now in front of his own goal. A little spin behind the nets. Kennedy looking to evade the forecheck as they'll poke it up ahead there as Mosier was in on the forecheck, got a piece of him. As played in behind the goal. Here is Kennedy behind his own net. Turned over. Here's Mosier in front there as that's going to be thrown towards the goal by Eli Woolley. 7:09 to go. Another face-off coming up here. And for the draw is Nolan Romard up against Cruz Baldwin. Puck dropped. Off the face-off there, nearly a perfect play through the back door, but picked off by Navy. It's going to be turned over on the clearing attempt as Yellow gets possession. Here is Romard towards the goal, covered up by Harvey. No rebound. So we're inside the last 7 minutes in the second period. Cranston back out there taking the face off against Houston McDonald. Puck dropped. Scrum draw comes free for Navy as Cranston will poke it up to the blue line. Goes past Andrew Michaud as he'll be forced to retreat in the neutral ice. Cranston picks that one off. Great defensive play from the Prodigy as that's going to be sent the other way. Flicked through the middle. As that's going to be up top now, looking to send it back in deep. Was Buckley. As hit there in front of us, a little high. That's going to draw a call. Looks like Navy's going to head to the box. Number 4. That's Marshall Hayes. Head contact is the indication as he kind of followed through there as he was getting hit. So power play for Yellow, looking to get back into this game. Cranston against Nate O'Coin on the face-off here, but it'll be dropped on the other side. 12 versus 12 on the dot. Puck dropped, one back by O'Coin on the power play. DDD pass. As here is Harvier. Harvier will take it towards the middle now. Playing quarterback on the power play. Harvier will fire one on. It's going to be blocked away by Harvey. Rebound is played with a high stick by O'Coin. And that will be whistled down. Another face-off here between O'Coin and Cranston. Neutral ice now. About 6 minutes remaining. One back by Yellow, but one back a little too far for Hughes. As he has Cranston right on him on the forecheck as this will be turned over. Here's Buckley looking to find Bodog, but it's going to be off a stick as sent in deep. Bodog gives chase on the forecheck. There to pick it up is Harvier. Up towards the boards there. Played back as Hughes has it. It's going to be turned over. Here's Buckley in front for Bodog as he just goes wide as Cranston just missing the target. As Yellow gets possession now. Great penalty killing shift from Cranston and Buckley here. That's going to be played up ahead. Cranston has the puck. Short-handed. Here comes the Bodog looking to get loose as gets knocked off the puck. As O'Coin will take over. O'Coin across the ice. Chance here for Baldwin. Baldwin's all alone with the backhand. Stop from Harvey with the pad. Great save there as Baldwin got all alone. Played to the point now. It's going to be turned over. Chance here for Cranston. Cranston with the move of the blue line. Cranston, they'll shoot one on. This goes high and wide. That one came rocketing off his stick of Bowen Cranston. As he'll go to the bench now. As O'Coin will poke it up ahead. Picked off and sent in deep. Out to play it as Doucette. 4.5 to go in the period. 15 seconds to go in the power play. As hit into the wall there. Looking to poke it free is Navy. Yellow gets possession. Backhand over across for LeBucky. Return feed over to Knox Hughes in his own end. Hughes will go back towards his partner who's going the opposite way, so it's going to be turned over. Sent in towards the goal as we're back to 5-on-5. Good kill there from Navy. As chance here for Yellow. Here comes Marsh. Marsh puts the brakes on. Marsh plays it up top for LeBucky. Shot from distance is steered away by Harvey with a stick, and that will go out of play. With 3:49 to go in the second period. Tune in to High Button Sports here in Antigonish for the high performance camp. U15 coming up right after this, their final game, and then it'll be all U16s here after that. They just arrived today. I believe they're checking in at 10:30. About a half hour or so as puck is dropped. A shot from the distance goes wide, picked up. As here is Pelham looking to get to the point there. It's going to be picked off by Enzo Chandler as he has the puck. Here comes Enzo looking to go end to end. Chandler has it. Chandler towards the middle there, gets taken down. And penalty coming up here as it's the neutral zone referee to make the call. As tripping's the signal, so Chandler draws the penalty. Navy will head back to the power play. As looks like it's Marty McLeod who will sit in the box for 2 minutes or less. With exactly 3.5 to go in the second period. Puck dropped. As right off the face-off to be cleared down the ice by Brabant. As Harvey forced to play it there for McLaughlin. Charlie McLaughlin behind his own net. We'll leave it there for Enzo Chandler. Gets the return pass from him. Here's McLaughlin. Plays it over across, looking for Berger. Berger will put the brakes on in front of the blue line. Forced to circle back in the neutral zone as they'll find Chandler on the other side. Chandler enters the zone. Plays it over across from McKinnon. Back up top there, just out of the reach of Berger. And watch out, he has Pelham right on him on the forecheck. But able to make the play over across. As here comes McKinnon. Be turned over. Chance other way for Labucky, short-handed. Labucky streaking through all alone. Labucky will fire one and score. Short-handed goal for the defenseman as he came all the way through from the opposite blue line. As Yellow back on the board here, 3-2 is your score. That's Liam Labucky. You don't see too many short-handed goals from defensemen, but he just scored one there, and it's 3-2 with 2:48 to go in the second period. Great rush from Liam Labucky. Goes blocker side on Harvey on the breakaway, and it's 3-2 now. Navy still in the power play. As another chance here, short-handed, as here comes O'Coin, or sorry, that's Frizzle. Frizzle gets knocked into the wall there. His puck comes free. Sent back in deep by Eli Woolley. Played in behind the goal for Navy as Kennedy has it. Paxton Kennedy finds Dixon. Back for Kennedy. Kennedy down the left side. Pass through the middle. Down the right end is Dixon. Dixon on top of the power play, turned over as Frizzle looked to poke it ahead there, but it's sent the other way. So here comes McDonnell. McDonnell looking to poke it free. McDonnell gets the rebound, shot blocked in front there off the shin pad of Michaud. Is a little to clear. Ends up at the blue line. Here's Kennedy. Kennedy on the half wall is Lincoln McDonald. Is streaking through there. Chance. Shot on. They score. What a move in front. That's Alex Dan McDonnell with the nifty hands and tight. And Blue is back up 4-2. Power play goal. They get up the short-handed marker and then come right back down and score on the power play. So they even things out here with a minute and 53 to go. That was Alex Dan McDonnell with some nifty mitts in tight there. As Baldwin coming in for the face-off. Puck dropped. As Yellow looking to respond once again. They're down by 2 as Morash looking to, or Mojo rather, looking to send it in deep. I keep mixing up those names for some reason. As played through the middle, off the skate into the stick of Zwicker. Zwicker had it knocked off his twig as it's going to be sent in deep there, but picked off by Yellow. There's chance here the other way. It's going to be poked ahead. As here comes Mosier. Mosier in a 2-on-1. Mosier will pass in front there. Puck is bouncing. They whack away at it, but Harvey makes a save. As that was Eli Woolley looking for that bouncing puck. Jax Mosier with another effective shift out there. Going to be a problem for the Dartmouth Whalers this season. A good problem, I should say. As there's a minute and 24 to go here in the period. Puck dropped. It's going to be played up the wall and cleared down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. Another whistle here with a minute and 16 to go. Face-off will be right back in the Yellow's offensive zone. There's Bowen Cranston out there to take the draw. He'll go up against Houston McDonald as puck is dropped. Played back off the face-off win from Cranston. As here comes Navy. Cranston takes the pass, backhand over across there. As here comes Ripley, but sent towards the opposite end. His shot towards the goal is gloved down, but came loose. As here comes Yellow now. Mosier has it. Mosier up ahead. Chance here for Woolley. Woolley shot, bar down and in. Over the blocker. What a shot there from Eli Woolley. And it's 4-3. Not much space up there on the top shelf, but Woolley found it and capitalizes there on the short side. And it's 3-2 here late in the period. So it's less than 50 seconds to go. That's 5-0. As Navy will send it in deep. Looking to retrieve it there is Marty McLeod. In the forecheck is Buckley. As there's 35 seconds remaining. Cleared to the blue line there. Forced to circle back. Is Nathan Norris. That's Che Ruiz. It gets hit into the wall. Puck comes free. As here comes Nolan Romard. Noel Romard will turn it over there as Norris takes the puck. Plays it over across there. It's going to be sent back. Ruiz there to pick it up. 15 seconds to go in the period. Here comes Che Ruiz down the left side. Ruiz will streak through and fire one on. Rebounds there, but just wide as Buckley had that knocked over his stick. As there to pick up the puck for Yellow is Romard. As time tickling down here, and that's going to do it for the first period, or second period rather. It's 4-3 after 40 minutes. Great showing here from Nova Scotia's best. As we'll have one more intermission here. The teams will head back to the dressing rooms. Zamboni under the ice. You're tuned into High Button Sports here at Antigonish. The High Performance Camp tryouts. Third period coming up in just a moment. Welcome back here for the third period. Last chance for these kids to make an impression on these coaches looking to crack the provincial squad. 20 minutes to go here. We have 2 new goalies in net. As Blake Butcher on your left, number 14. And Anakin Sillyboy, number 91, on the right side. One of the coolest names I've ever heard in my life. As that's going to be played behind the goal for Yellow. 4-3 is a score for Navy. Yellow with a late surge towards the end there to make it a 1-goal game as that's going to be played through the middle. Here's Brabant. Cool Harbor native will dish it up ahead, but it's going to be turned over. Navy has possession now. This here's Reed Reynolds. It's going to be picked off. Chance here for Houston McDonald, but ends up in the feet there. Comes loose for a moment, but sticked away. Is poked free. As chance here for Yellow at the side of the cage there, and an early test for Silly Boy who makes the save. As here comes Navy now down the right side. And hit there on the back check from Baldwin. As here comes Brabant, gets taken down, but the arm stays down as well. It's going to be turned over. As here comes McKinnon. McKinnon will drag on the backhand. Pass in front, comes loose, and unable to knock that one home was George McKim. As puck in the corner. Comes free, looking to get out the zone is McKinnon. McKinnon will play it towards the goal there. That's going to be steered away by Yellow through the middle. As here comes Nate O'Coin. Picked off by McKim. McKim will fire one on stop. Rebounds loose there, but swatted away. As that's Butcher who made the saves there. Puck poked ahead of the neutral zone. That's going to be played back by Paxton Kennedy. So he'll put the brakes on and poke it up ahead of the wall. Comes free as O'Hearn has it now. Hit after the play. As here comes Yellow down the opposite side. Here's Frizzle. Frizzle pass through the middle there. Nearly picked up from Marsh. Marsh has the puck in the corner, but knocked away from him by Dixon. As that's going to be played up the wall. Comes free and neutralized for LeBucky. LeBucky will go D-to-D over to Marty McLeod. Sent up ahead and picked off by Paxton Kennedy. Play up the neutral ice, giving chase for it there. It's a foot race, but LeBucky gets there first. LeBucky will play in front of his own goal, goes behind the net. He gets a reverse hit there behind the play as him and McDonnell colliding as puck comes free. Chance here, what's going to be whistled down as the net came off, but Harvey made the save anyway. Or Butcher, rather. Number 14. As whistle went because the net came off there. 17:37 to go. Third period. As I mentioned at the top of the period, last chance for these kids to make an impression on the coaches, looking to crack the provincial squad to play for Team Nova Scotia at the Atlantic Challenge Cup in Moncton, New Brunswick in the Thanksgiving weekend in October. As here comes Frizzle, off from the wing there, is stopped and rebound, steered away as Pelham looking to get to that loose puck. As here comes Navy now, sent in deep. Duggan goes around the wall. It's going to be picked up by Martin McLeod. Sent out the boards as Baldwin on the forecheck gets taken down. As McLeod gets a shove there on the boards. Puck comes free for Navy. Here's Duggan. Duggan looking to clear. Kept in as McLeod takes a spill. As Baldwin looking to center that puck is going to be picked off. As here comes Yellow now in the neutral zone. Puck will come free for Zwicker. Zwicker will poke it up ahead for Duggan. Duggan looking to pass in front there. That's going to be tipped just wide for stick of Zwicker. As he's in on the forecheck looking for the loose puck. Zwicker poked up the ball, sent up ahead. It's going to be played back there from Chase Knoll, the Navy defenseman. Number 7 will go up the wall for Baldwin. Baldwin crossed the ice there, picked up by Marshall Hayes. Hayes enters the zone on the left side. Hayes will drag, but gets knocked off the puck by Dixon. Or sorry, that's Harvey, rather, number 3 for Yellow, not Navy. Playing in the corner, Zwicker looking for it. Zwicker sends it back, looking for the return pass. Comes free behind the net for Zwicker. Zwicker pass in front there, and just missing the net was Bowen Cranston. As he had a great showing so far in this showcase. He had over 100 goals last year in the PWAAA League for the Chebucto Atlantics. Many calling him the next great one out of Nova Scotia. It's going to be played down the left side. As Zwicker has the puck in the corner. Zwicker looking for Cranston. Pass in front there. Chance shot, and that will be stopped there. An awkward save from the goaltender as he's looking to get the whistle there. He looks to be in some discomfort. But he gets right back up. I guess he just wanted the whistle. Maybe his glove came off. Not sure what the situation was there, but whistle went, and trainer will hop over the board for a moment, but right back as Butcher seems to be okay. Cranston will stay out there with Buckley and Ripley. And for the draw is Nordine against Bowen Cranston. Puck dropped. One back by Cranston. He has possession on the half wall. Skates his stick. And in the wall. Looking to poke it free. As here is Ripley. Ripley hit into the boards there. As puck will come free for Yellow. DDD pass. Over to Hughes. Hughes has the puck. Through the middle there. It's going to be picked off. Here comes Ripley as he couldn't get past the defense. As here's Cranston. It's going to be turned over. As Mosier looking to get to the loose puck. Played in behind the goal. Navy looking to clear with this Cranston line, causing lots of havoc on the forecheck as they get the puck right back. Here's Norris from the blue line. Shot blocked. Blocked there by Nordine. It's will take it the other way. It's send it in deep. Yellow gets a wholesale change. If Navy can hurry, they can catch them on a change here, but they will take their time. As here is Ripley. Ripley through the middle looking for Cranston. Cranston skates his stick once again, has the puck. Here comes the Bodog. Looking to get loose there. This comes free for Buckley, who just backhands it wide. Played in behind the goal. Here's Buckley again. Towards the boards. Be sent through the middle there. Puck bouncing. Brabant gets a loose puck. Nice move there. Brabant has it on the rush. Over across. Back to Brabant. Shot, scores! Give and go. Brabant finishes that one off. And it's a tie game here on Antigonish. Beautiful passing play. I believe that was Jesse Gallant with him on a 2-on-1. But the defenseman, number 2, Avery Brabant, with the one-timer goal to tie things up here. And we have a great finish in store now as it's tied up here in the third. 4-4 is your score. Puck dropped. Brabant, the goal scorer, will took the poke it ahead as he finds Gallant, who can't get past McLaughlin, who chips it off the wall. Picked up there. It's a hit behind the play. As finishing his check was Romard on McLaughlin, as it can be sent in towards the corner. Brabant there to pick it up from his goaltender. Brabant up the boards. As that's going to be kept in at the line of McLaughlin. A chance here is toe drag through the middle there. Is nearly finished off by Chandler. That would have been a beautiful goal. It's going to be kept in at the line by McKinnon. Sent towards the goal, but picked off by Brabant. It's had a great shift here. Great showing all weekend, in my opinion, as here's the Cole Harbour native. Avery Brabant will hold on to the puck. Passed up ahead through the middle. Opposite side there, but nobody was home to pick up that pass. And Yellow's offside, so they'll have to regroup as it's going to be whistled down. That might be, he did touch it, but no whistles. Here's McLaughlin. Puck will exit the zone. So here comes Enzo Chandler through the middle, picked off. Yellow gets it back. It was on the stick now of LeBucky. LeBucky had a shorthanded goal on a breakaway. 2 defensemen scoring here for Yellow. This here's Dufour. Dufour behind the goal line, spinning. Dufour pass up ahead for O'Coin. O'Coin towards the goal, tip just wide. This here's LeBucky. LeBucky, nice move there on the half wall. Gets it in behind the net. LeBucky using his backhand. Will play it up the wall for Marty McLeod. McLeod sends it in deep. Looking for that is Romard. Romard gets there. Noel Romard up the wing. Gets hit into the wall. Comes free from McLaughlin behind the net. McLaughlin looking up the boards for Frizzle. Frizzle will chip it ahead. That's a hit there, neutral ice. Big collision. As that was Romard getting the better of that exchange. His chance here. Here's LeBucky towards the goal. Rebound. Stopped and colored up by Silly Boy. This will make the save for the whistle. Great sequence of events there. Big hit on neutral ice. Right on the X. As that was Romard laying the body. So there's 12:34 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4 left. 4-4 game. Third period. And for the draw is Nato Coin. Puck dropped. As won by Navy in their own end. Another hit there. This time it's Liam Dufour getting a piece of George McKim. As another collision on the blue line. As things are heating up here. So here's Dufour spinning on the wall. Dufour has it. Sent in deep. As you can tell, these kids know this is their last chance to make an impression. And a shot on from the point is going to be gloved down by Silly Boy. It's Anakin Silly Boy, Sylliboy. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Pretty cool name. And Anakin, of course, probably named after the Star Wars character, who spoiler alert, turned into Darth Vader. Not sure if you knew that yet. Sorry for those who haven't watched it, but it's been out for like 40 years now, so give you some time. As off the face-off, it's going to be kept in by Yellow. As here's Hughes towards the goal, ends up top. As part over across for Harvius, we'll send it in deep. As hit there into the wall. Once again, the physicality ramping up here. As here comes Baldwin for Navy. Baldwin looking to pass to his man Duggan. Baldwin gets it back. Baldwin hitting to the wall there. And that's going to stop things as there's two players down the ice, but that'll stop plays. There's an injured player down on the right corner. So we'll take a quick break as they assess the injury, and we'll be right back once things are ready to go. Welcome back here. So a couple players went down into the wall. That was Cruz Baldwin, number 15 for Navy, and then Nato Coyne, number 12 for Team Yellow. Looks like they're both heading to their locker rooms here. And at this point of the game, I don't see a reason for them to come back. There's only 11 minutes to go here in the third, and you don't want to risk further injury at this point. So that'll probably be the end of their weekend. Both players playing pretty well. I believe Baldwin was a injury replacement or a late scratch addition, as he was not on the original roster, but definitely making an impression here at camp. All you need is a chance. You don't necessarily need to be the top guy in the province, but you can get noticed in any sort of way. It's always a good thing. Definitely up his confidence going into tryouts, as he'll be watching his brother Jack play for the U16s later on, as it looks like they've just arrived. It looks like we'll get ready to go here. 11:40 remaining. So face-off will be right in front of the yellow bench. And for the draw is Reynolds up against Marsh. Puck is dropped from her back in play now. This can be poked ahead. Comes free, neutral ice. Here's Knoll. Chase Knoll will go towards the opposite wall. Brabant had it come over him as played behind the goal. Yellow looking to clear. Here's Zwicker as he gets the puck right back. Jack Zwicker through the middle, picked up. Here's Frizzle. Frizzle down the right side. Frizzle will sauce it through the middle there, looking for the tip in front. It was Reynolds, but he couldn't get a stick on it. As here's Zwicker behind the goal, number 32. Picked up by Reynolds. Shot towards the goal is fought off by Silly Boy. As losing his stick there was Pelham, so 5-on-4 right now as he gets it right back. So no anything bad happening there. So there's a chance for Yellow. Pass to the middle looking for Zwicker is going to be picked off. As here comes Pelham with his stick back in his hands. 10:45 to go in the third. As here comes Bowen Cranston out the box. Cranston will fire it on. He scores. Cranston, top shelf. The Bodog goes upstairs where Papa hides the dog treats. And it's 5-4. A rocket of a shot for number 12. As his team back on top. And no stranger to the back of the net is Cranston, scoring over 120 goals last year for the Spryfield Atlantics in the U13 AAA League. And is now 5-4 for Team Navy here, about halfway through the third period. That's Bowen Cranston with a goal. Excited to be able to watch him next season in the U15 Major League, wherever he ends up. As pass in front there, looking for Mosier, just whipped on it as he was tied up in front. This was Marty McLeod. It's going to be picked off. Here comes Navy, chipped ahead by Ripley. As this Cranston-Ripley-Buckley line's causing havoc for Team Yellow. As here's Ruiz. Che Ruiz will go up the ice there looking for Ripley out of his reach. No icing's the signal. As here's Marty McLeod. McLeod through the middle. Looking to poke it ahead there. It's going to be kept in. As Buckley on the forecheck. Buckley looking to get the puck first, but right there to take it away was LeBucky. So Bucky and LeBucky going at it there. Sounds confusing, but it's not. Sent in deep. Marty McLeod will pick it up. As Bucky there on the forecheck comes free at the point. Shot from distance going to be stopped, and rebound played up ahead. Marty McLeod will pitch it up. As number 9 for Yellow will throw up the wall. As Mosier will chip it ahead there, and on the forecheck takes a piece of the defender, Che Ruiz, on the way in. It's going to be played up the wall. Kept in by McDonald, rather. Comes free towards the goal there. Silly Boy couldn't handle it as it's going to be loose in front. That's going to be poked away. Comes free at the point. Shot is blocked. As comes free behind the goal. Up the wall now. Looking to get there. Towards the net. Puck in the corner now. Played up the boards. Looking to find Cranston. It's going to be picked off and sent to their opposite boards. Sent towards the wall and down the ice. That's going to be an icing call with 8:41 to go here in the third. Latest goal came off the stick of Bowen Cranston. It's 5-4. So we haven't seen O'Coin or Baldwin back yet. As just I mentioned, it probably the end of their weekend is they don't want to risk any more injury. Baldwin got up pretty quickly, but O'Coin took his time getting up there and needed some assistance to get off the ice. That's going to be pitched up ahead. As here comes Enzo Chandler down the right wing. Chandler able to fend off the check there into the wall. Played into the boards. Berger has it now. Here's Henry Berger up top. Cross for McLaughlin. McLaughlin's shot is blocked. That'll be played into the corner. Still 5-4 here with 8 minutes to go in the third. So it's going to be poked free and then covered up by Blake Butcher. Face-off coming up here. Played up the wall to the point. Shot from distance is hits the body in front. Rebound came loose, and it's going to be covered up. As right there for Team Navy was Reed Reynolds. But making the save was Butcher. Puck dropped to the point. Pass over across for McDonnell. Just goes wide of the net. 7:35 to go now. As Yellow looking to clear. As Brabant has it behind his own goal. But picked up. As here is Mohern. Brabant looking to clear. Once again, he gets the puck right back. He has a goal in this game as he gets knocked off the puck. Chance here at the turnover, but Brabant able to get back there using his reach. As he'll stop up. Looking to evade the forecheck. He'll take it behind his own goal. Here is Avery Brabant spinning once again. Makes the play, using his patience there. As he finds partner Parsons, but it's going to be quickly picked off as here comes Navy. With it now is Paxton Kennedy. He'll send it towards the corner. Brabant there to pick it up once again. He'll go off the glass there. It's going to be picked up by McDonnell, or Frizzle rather, sorry. As Brabant gets it right back again. A lot of touches for him on this shift. Here comes Avery Brabant, the Cole Harbour native. Already has a goal in this game. Looking for two. Looking to drag his way through. What's going to be picked off. As Dixon will send it the other way. He finds Reynolds. Going to be turned over. Had a skate on the pass. Is poked up ahead for number 32. That's Zwicker. Zwicker shot on goal there. Fought off by Butcher. So he'll cover up for the whistle. 6:22 to go here in the third. As Bowen Cranston back out there for this offensive zone face-off. Has a goal in this game, a couple of assists as well, I believe. Cranston will win it ahead there, right into the stick of Yellow, so it's a lost face-off. It's going to be picked up on the wall. Here's Duggan up to the point. Shot looking for the tip there. Here's Cranston. It almost went straight to stick. This rebound is off a twig and wide of the net. It's going to be picked off. There's Duggan down low for Zwicker. Zwicker passing in through the middle there, looking for a return feed. It's going to be played up to the point. Here's Noel. Pass over across for Zwicker. Zwicker in the Crosby's office there, looking to play it in front, but hits a stick of a Yellow defender. Here comes Bodog. He's there for Noel. Noel sends it in deep. As Yellow has it now. As Martin McLeod will go opposite wall. Looking for Woolley. But picked off by Navy, but then intercepted once again. And the forecheck is McKim as he gets taken into the wall. Puck is free behind the goal. Right there for the taking. It's Cranston digging away for it. He'll get there. Here comes the Bodog up to Zwicker. Zwicker avoids the check, chips it ahead. As here comes Duggan. Duggan with the puck now. Duggan saucer over across there, picked off by Marty McKinnon. Or Marty McLeod, rather. As here's Zwicker. Kind of dangles his way through, but picked off, sent in towards the neutral zone. So there's 5:10 to go. Here is Bodog. Cranston will make a nice move there at the top of the circle. Cranston backhand towards the goal. Stopped there by Duggan. Rebound is put in, but the whistle blew. So no goal is the signal. As he made sure they knew about it too. It's a double pump from the ref. So they celebrate, but it's not a goal. So 5:03 to go. Thought to send some new players out there. Navy taking their time. So still 5-4 here. Puck is dropped. Yellow gets possession. As here comes Harvier, the defenseman, leading the rush. Harvier opens up. That's going to be sent in deep. And hit there behind the net as Mosier back out there. It's going to be played up to the blue line. Here is Lincoln McDonald. Go to Harvier. He'll send it in deep there as he takes a hit from McKim. 4.5 to go now. Probably the last shift for most of these players. This weekend is player taken down. No call. Puck comes free. Here's Mosier. Mosier toe drag. Can't get by the defense. That's Morris able to stop him. Here comes McKim now. George McKim up ahead for Ripley. Ripley will fire one off the post there, off the rush. That would have been a pretty big goal for Navy. As here's Lincoln McDonald in his own zone. Up the wall. It's going to be picked off there as Bucky couldn't get loose. It's hit there into the yellow bench. It's going to be sent over across. Here's Harvier. Harvier will lift the stick there. Sent in deep. Spinning on the wall is McKinnon, or McDonald rather. As in there to pick up the puck for Navy is Buckley. As Yellow will send it towards the goal. Norris will pick it up. Here's Nathan Norris. Up the boards. That's going to be chipped up ahead. Chance here for Yellow. As that was U14 on the forecheck. Navy gets possession back. Here comes McKinnon. Charlie McKinnon down the left side through the middle. Chance here, dragging in, shooting, just missing the top shelf. Was Enzo Chandler. I believe he's mic'd up today. That would have been a great reaction to get on video. As here comes Yellow now, the opposite end. Chandler will pick it up. Here comes Enzo. He'll circle back in the neutral ice. Enzo Chandler. He finds Charlie McKinnon. McKinnon, cross ice pass, will be picked up by Reynolds. He finds McLaughlin. The defenseman will pinch in to the left side. McLaughlin will throw it towards the goal there, looking for Enzo Chandler, but couldn't find his stick. His rebound, shot off by McKinnon. And that'll be stopped and covered up with 2:45 to go. And we'll have another whistle here. Another face-off, and for the draw is Reed Reynolds. Puck is dropped. Picked up by Yellow. Out to face-off. They win it in their own zone. McLaughlin pitching in. Will send it back in deep. Looking to retrieve it as Parsons for Yellow. Comes up to the point. Chance here for Berger's shot. Just goes wide of the net. As sent back in towards the goal. Picked up by McKinnon. Backhand pass. Comes free for Reynolds. Reynolds will circle it back. Reynolds through the middle. Here's McKinnon. McKinnon couldn't get loose there. He has the puck on the wall. McKinnon will look to cycle it in deep there, but ready for that play was Pelham as they'll send it towards the end zone, but McLaughlin there to get the pass and send it back in deep. About 2 minutes to go now here in the third. Yellow down by a goal here in the final period of play in the U14 summer, or U14 summer camp. As here comes Pelham towards the other opposite side. Down the ice, looking for his McLaughlin. McLaughlin DD pass for Berger as his return feed is picked off by Woolley. He'll send it in deep. Let's see if Yellow will pull the goalie here. That's going to be picked up by Marty McLeod. He'll send it in towards the goal. Fought off by Silly Boy, number 91 in goal. It's going to be picked up there at the turnover. As chance here, looking for the between the legs shot. It was Marsh who nearly pulled that move off to tie the game. Here comes Bowen Cranston. That's going to be turned over as Mosier. And on the forecheck. Here comes Navy now. They're up a goal here late in the third. Pass to the middle. It's going to be sent in deep there from distance by McDonnell. Picked up by Marty McKinnon. Sent back in deep by Cranston. Here's McKinnon or McLeod rather, will send it ahead. Chance here. As here comes Lincoln McDonald, and there goes the goalie into the bench. So 6 on 5 to end things off here. As Yellow looking to tie things up. As here's Bodog. He'll pick it ahead, but not out. Sent back in deep. As here's Paxton Kennedy. He'll find Dylan Dixon. Back to Kennedy. 35 seconds to go now. Pass ahead there is going to be knocked away, but right back in the stick of Navy. Looking for Cranston. He has an empty cage. Here comes the Bodog towards the goal, just missing wide. That's going to be a missed opportunity there. So there's 20 seconds to go. Here comes Yellow. With the puck is Lebucky. Lebucky has a goal already in this game. He's pinching in on defense once again. Out to play to Silly Boy. This will find Kennedy. As Navy looking to send it towards the goal. It's going to be blocked by Marty McLeod. There's 7 seconds to go. Last chance here for Yellow if they can hurry. That's going to be at the blue line there, and that's going to do it here for this one. So final score is 5-4, as that was almost put in, but regardless, the buzzer went. So that's the end of the weekend here for the U14s. So some decisions to be made now by the coaches. They get to pick 12 forwards, 6 defense, and 2 goalies to represent Nova Scotia on Thanksgiving weekend in October in Moncton. But for now, we'll say thank you for watching all weekend long. My name is Mason Tonight, and from all of us at High Button Sports, thank you for watching this one. Plenty more action to go here this week as U15s will wrap up after this in just a moment. But